Hi, today is March the 3rd, 2021, and I'm going to read on Lauren Boebert in connection to militia groups, and what is their future, what is her future, and I know she's connected, very connected to militia groups. So, since the more recent news, which came out that there was another planned, basically insurrection attempt, what sounds like it, for March 4th, or that somehow Trump was going to become president again. So these are a couple things I want to look at, because I do think Lauren Boebert, as I've said in another video, and that Marjorie Taylor Greene, I do believe that they are connected to militia groups, and I do believe that they are still attempting to try things on. I just want to see if they're going to get caught. So will Boebert and Marjorie Taylor Greene, will they be, because I did see them having issues and getting in trouble. So I just want to take another look at that with this news. I wonder if they're any closer to connecting the dots. And in particularly, I'm looking at Marjorie Taylor Greene, but I'm also, and Lauren Boebert, but I'm also looking at that militia angle stuff. So I'm just going to allow the universe, the creator, to bring me the symbols, and I'm just going to interpret as best I can. Hope that it makes sense. What do we need to know about that? About Lauren Boebert, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and this militia activity. What does the universe want to say about that? Okay, I feel like I'm kind of in that zone, so I'm going to go ahead and throw down the cards. We have the Seven of... Okay. I can feel the energy turning on, which is good. We have the Seven of Cups. This is the Lightseers Tarot. It's a really nice deck if you happen to... If you want to pick one up, I think this one's really good. Even if you're a novice, and you're wanting to work with symbology, the Lightseers Tarot, just pick one up. I think it's a really nice deck. Okay. So here we are with the Seven of Cups. So this is right away that feeling of choices, more than one. Oh, and the Lovers echoes, pardon me, that more than, a choice. What is a more usually desirable choice? So we're looking at what agreements and bonds. And I do think there is some kind of sexual activity here too, among people that are in some of these groups. Sometimes tarot just gives you a little too much. It's like, I don't want to know about that, thanks. They're high risk. They like the risk. These are risk-taking types of people. They think that they're very sexy, but they're very stupid. one of these women, okay? Now, Bobert is a Sag. And Marjorie Taylor Greene, I'm not quite sure. I thought that she also was like an Aries or a Sag. Let me just look. Okay, I think it's Marjorie Taylor Greene. I think she's closer to being like a Gemini, right? May 27th. Yeah. So I believe that this is her. This is something about a choice. Having to make a choice. But there's something here to do with being foolish, thoughtless, not having it all together, despite the way one thinks, that you're just playing too big of a risk. What's too big of a risk? These two women, there's something about risk. And I feel like with Marjorie, there's something that echoes in her love life, of this enjoyment of a risk-taking behavior. And she can't make up her mind because I'm getting this energy from her that she wants to have it all. Okay. And there's some kind of a decision that she won't make. And it could be in a relationship. It could have that. Or it could be a love affair. I feel like she's with more than one person. And she's playing somebody, definitely, she's playing a fool's game. It's very high risk stakes that she's playing. She enjoys playing that game, though. The problem is that she thinks that she's playing chess when she's actually only capable of playing checkers here, is what I'm kind of getting with this fool energy. I think she has bitten off, that more than she can chew. There's something that's going to snap back at her here because of her unwilling. I just feel like a detail will unravel. A choice of where she's put her energies, where she's put her desires. It's been high risk. And she's not as capable as she thinks she is. She's not as smart as she thinks she is. So from her, I get this, she has trouble to make a decision. And so I feel like when she does, there's kind of a very assertive manner. It's really pushy. But she's not getting what she wants out of some kind of relationship, out of some sort of, I don't know if it's her marriage or a love relation. It feels to me like I'm looking at an affair, to be honest. And this is feeling, out of feeling insecure. So maybe seeking, risk-taking, definitely out of insecurity and being attracted to all of that. That's why she's involved anyway. That's what the universe is telling us. Okay? And this would be, I think, on Marjorie Greene. The universe seems to want to be speaking that she is going to have a mental breakdown. Okay. Yeah, that's coming. This for her, she's at a time in her life where I think she's aligned herself with some really extreme choices. and high risk, and it's going to blow up in her face. She's done it largely out of insecurity, is what I see. And wanting to feel validated, wanting to feel like she was a part of something, an important part. And I see that inside she feels like she's nothing. So this is what that gruff exterior, that really assertive, yucky energy that she pushes around. Her and Bobert with that kind of thing. But I think it's picking up on Marjorie, and it's talking about her being insecure, and it's saying that she's got what looks like to me here, I think, and she's not going to anticipate it, but she's going to have a meltdown coming. That pressure that, is she's not going to get away with it this time. So that risk will not pay off. They like that risk. It's a thrill until they have to pay the price of it. Knight of Swords. This is that aggressive, this is that militia type energy. And there's a few different ones too. And I think there is involvement. And I think Marjorie has some kind of, I think, an affair with somebody involved in one of them. She does so I'm being shown out of insecurity, because she doesn't really feel like she's anything. And this makes her feel like she has a life and a purpose. It's foolish, and it's too extreme, way too extreme. And she's just way out of line as far as the universe is concerned. Here's a King of Pentacles. This is the man I believe the affair would be with. He's a militia type and an earth sign. Quite possibly. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. And I feel like this is indicative of, for a length of time, somebody has dutifully just acted and worked hard, just applied themselves. That's where they put their work, their effort. That's where they were excited about putting their work in and doing this work with militia group types. Because it has this element of danger. I'm so irritated by this. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, so like she's gonna flip-flop. Marjorie Taylor Greene is coming up in the reading as having a mental breakdown. And there will be something coming up. She's going to end up juggling something here with that Two of Pentacles. And it's mood swings. Oh, it's mood swings. I think she's just going to act more extreme. And there's this man that comes into the picture that I think is that she's having an affair with of some kind that is connected to a militia group. And I think she's going to have some kind of mental breakdown in connection to him. She's I think she's undergoing a midlife crisis is the feeling. And so she's attached herself to this man and to this cause. And it's not that I think that she wouldn't have been attracted to the cause otherwise. I do think that the man is just a secondary part of it. I think is just trying to validate an ego that's sagging. She's going to find the pressure extreme with that Ten of Wands. The heat is coming on to her relationship with a militia type man. There is some sort of an affair. The Star and Justice. But I feel like then the law is going to bring a great deal of attention to him and to her and them. And I think it's their undoing. Yeah, death. The Emperor. I think it's the government and Biden, and they're going to be held to account for their involvement, and it will be well known. And the one that comes up here in my reading is Marjorie Taylor Greene. Quite possibly Bobert if she has a, I'll have to look and see if I can find a chart for her, if she has like a prominent air sign placement. But Marjorie Taylor Greene is who I believe that they're showing me here and who this is about as relevant. So let me just put that out there and get on with another reading for you guys. All right. I'm feeling okay. I'm just getting the rest I need to get, so just understand that. And I'm getting the videos done when I can. And I hope you all are doing well. And I guess that's it. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. So it looks like girl's going to be in some trouble. She's going to be facing the law. Okay, I'll see you in the next video.